Alright, hello, and today we are recording with some blue-black Tolarian Terror. We've got some self-mill, we've got some removal spells, we've got some crab. But yeah, this is like the blue-green bean deck from the past standard format, except for we get black removal spells instead, and we've got the Overlord to mill us, new card in Consult the Star Charts as a solid cantrip and card advantage spell. And then we're trying out 0 Point Ballad as a sweeper. Mana base pretty straightforward. 12 duels. 8 basics. So yeah, you want to mill this. Give your 5/5 lifelink. Beat them up. Cast some cantrips. I don't have any counter spells in the main deck, which maybe is wrong. But we'll see. We'll find out in the games. Sideboard, we got a Disdainful Stroke, Negate, Strategic Betrayal for other graveyard decks. Tidebinder is just all around solid card. Annul, and then a bunch of Duresses, Stab, and Negate. So, gonna give this deck a go. We tried this on stream. Feel free to check out my stream over at twitch.tv/ErksMTG, maybe? I think that's it. There'll probably be a link in the description or in some other place. But yeah, things didn't go too well, and it felt like we were kind of riding the low end of variance, so I wanted to record some matches and see if things could go a little bit better, or maybe the deck's just not that good. Either way, it'll be fun to test it out and find out. And if you want the list, it'll be in the description, and I will see you all in the games. Alright, opponent goes first. Good try it. Uh-oh, mountain. Shit. Not the best draw against a red deck, but maybe this is just like some artifact stuff, which would still probably be bad for me. I mean, the artifact actually can get under you pretty quickly. Yeah. Ow. We're probably burning. Probably doing burn stuff, which, you know, is scary, but we do have the Revenants. So maybe we can get to those and just gain our life back. I think I'm discarding that. It deals me damage, and it's a sorcery speed sweeper against a red deck. Another Nemesis is pretty bad, but maybe we can find a whatchamacallit, the crab. Hopefully they don't have one. I think I can block. It's just Lightning Strike trade. They end up a card, but I have +1. What if they don't have Lightning Strike? Maybe I'm not that worried about it, because I do want the loot here for these. So we'll no block, I guess. We'll see if the 1 point ends up mattering. It can. Okay, draw the card I don't want. Well, we'll run it back. We get the loot. On 3. Okay, so what do I want to do? I guess we do both, right? It's possible it wasn't even... Nah, it doesn't matter. So I want Swamp. I think Crab's good enough. I want Swamp or I want Revenant. It's also worth noting or keeping track. Right, I don't think I need another threat, so I'm going to take the removal spell if they find Nemesis. I guess I have the Crab to check it too, but... Alright, 9... 7. Looks like we're dead, unfortunately. It's close. Yeah, that sucks. I just needed a turn where they didn't top deck that. I think they just immediately drew it. It's really unfortunate. Didn't go face, though. Lightning Helix. Okay, we can't 2-turn them, but what do I even want to happen? Okay, so I probably need to mill. I just need to mill a Revenant, and then I need to find a black source. Well, we bricked, so I think that's GG. I can. Nah, it doesn't matter. I just don't have any counters in my deck. And their hand is obviously two spells. Damn, I mean, we were really close. This is a close game. Maybe they have like a sorcery they used to target this. That would be nice. Maybe their hand is... okay. Unlucky. My opponent was kind of greedy by not going face with the Nemesis, but maybe not. I don't have very many cards for a red matchup. I mean, is this ever going to be good against them? I think I'd rather just have a shitty Sorcery Speed Edict. This matchup should be okay. Like I said, if we ever find a stupid Vampire Nighthawk on a 5/5, they'll just lose. So we just need to keep a hand that gets a terror out, finds a way to mill us, and then we have to actually hit the thingy. We could draw it naturally, discard it to Bitter Triumph. There's a lot of worlds in which that happens, so it's not like some sort of Hail Mary. I have everything I want. I'm gonna keep this one-lander, I guess. Need to find a black source, but probably heard that. Sounded like gunshots. Such is life. If I play this, I can maybe just die. I think I'd rather try to tap these down and then Bitter Triumph later. Okay, can you deal 22? Probably not. Five, almost. Almost 22. Well, this is going pretty smoothly. Okay. Now, being on the draw is a different story. Maybe I want Tidebinder. Is that better than this? It can potentially stop a Nemesis trigger. And then it also stops show-off triggering. What about Duress? I actually didn't even think about Duress. Duress might be decent. I think I want to draw one in a game. It's a cheap way to use mana. It also gives me a heads up of what's actually going to happen. Maybe in this. If I'm not kicking this, it's not that crazy of a card. So let's do that. I know my sideboard could use some work. I don't. It's still hard. Like I just play against a different deck every match. The standard format's been incredibly diverse, at least for me playing on Arena. So it's hard to know how to build your decks. Opponent goes first. I could try this hand. I mean, it's okay. This might not be good enough, but we have a Windmill. We have a Crab. We're on the draw. We have Cantrip, Surveil Land. Maybe Lightning doesn't strike twice. Okay, well that's a good thing to mill, at least. Okay, upstairs. I guess missing on land is pretty bad. Opponent kind of has the nut curve. It's a good draw. I need to cast a removal spell though. Maybe I shouldn't have called it the nut curve. It really wasn't the nut curve. I mean, I don't know. They have the two scary cards in their deck are Slingshot Show Off and Screaming Nemesis. They burst lightning to my face, so that's not that big of a deal. But alright, I think I need to get my land drops because all my cards are a million mana now. Just immediately bricked, but we get a Duress as a consolation. And their hands all lands. Okay, well this will be interesting. Well, we're probably dead. If our opponent didn't immediately top deck, maybe we had time to cast these things, but they just immediately ripped, so... GG, probably. This rest in peace is obviously bad for us. I could have topped that. I think my goal is to cast... I should have probably been boarding in Negates as well. I'm going to Picklock Prankster and then just try to find interaction. We're going to have to dodge burn. Care where it won. Alright. We got Sleight of Hand. Okay. Well, maybe we can dodge. Okay. Unlucky. If they just bricked, I think we'd literally... I guess I have to dodge a Boros Charm after that, but... Unlucky. Sure, they had a bunch of things that kill us. Yeah, like, if I get that hit off, this doesn't kill us. I guess it just kills the Revenant. Then they just have, like, shitty 3-1 versus my 5-5. They get our Boros Charm. It's fine. GG's. You know, that definitely went better. I think this did a good job of showcasing the deck. Yeah, I don't know. This deck's sweet. I don't know how to fix it. I think this card is probably bad and just shouldn't be anywhere in your deck. The sideboard, if there was like a metagame I was trying to beat, it would be maybe a little easier to build this. But I think you shouldn't have 4 Duress, basically. And that 0-point Ballad is bad. But everything else I think is good. Like Revenant, Emet, Terror, Crab, Triumph. This is okay. You don't need 4 of these. I mean, don't spend your wild cards, but I think this is solid. It's probably too susceptible to graveyard hate, but if you sideboard enough like negates and nulls, and then like you could do pivot things, like you don't have to. You can have like Preacher of the Schism in your sideboard, for example, which could also maybe just be in your main deck. That might be a good card to play just because it's generically powerful. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. Alright. Started recording a little late, but that's fine. We kept 7 anyway, so you're not missing out. Cantrip or I guess against blue black. I mean, this card's okay against blue black. It's just a flyer. Okay, not blue black, something else. So we bricked, but we got an instant in, I guess. It's a pretty nice curve. We'll just play this so I can trade for the wagon. They're gonna get double ramp though. Seems legit. This card's really strong. Okay, so this is maybe a blink deck? He's gonna let him put a 6 in, maybe. This curve is pretty good too. Still blocked there, right? I want to just blow this thing up. I don't even know. Like, it's just going to give them mana, but, like, this card seems pretty bad against what they're doing, so I guess we'll just do it. Feels like a kind of bad use of my mana on my turn, but, I mean, whatever. What else am I going to do? Just play cantrips? Yep. So my opponent's just playing, like, Sultai ramp cards. Actually seems like a kind of bad matchup. I don't have that much permission. They can kind of just maybe outvalue me. I'm not like fast enough to punish them for being clunky. But maybe we can cross the finish line with some overlords at the back end. Do I want to just hit my land drop? Nah, I don't think it matters. Yeah, not being able to counter this card makes it... Like, you have to murder your opponent or be able to counter this, because eventually it's just going to draw them multiple cards. That's obviously no bueno. Alright, let's find a Eddie whatever. I just already have one. Okay, cool. Emet is also actually really good. We're going to get a 5/5 this turn, so... we can get Emet back, maybe. So this is going to draw them. Doing their upkeep. It's annoying. So we're gonna have some cards, but maybe we can triumph to clear things up. Yeah. Do this too. Could just race maybe? Need to draw a land though. Both flooded and screwed with this deck. It's 20 lands and a bunch of cantrips, so I don't know. I don't really know. Sometimes that's just how it goes. These are very big. Is your last card just counterspell? Maybe. Oh no. 19. This is 19. Do I just... Nah, that's fine. So if they play a land, we're dead. I guess I can make sure they have enough basics. So they didn't even get a basic anyway, so I guess we weren't dead. So yeah, vehicles are really good against like tap effects, but I have the second removal spell, so I can technically just do that. I think that means I have to pass though. I guess the alternative is what? I have to kill... Okay, my opponent's spewing a bit, it would appear. Well, now what do I want to do? So I go to... I think I can discard. Yeah, that probably does it. I guess maybe not necessarily, but... Yeah, I guess we're kind of fine, because I need to crew this. So this jumps here. Probably going to draw like a doppelganger or something at some point, but... Yep. Okay. Duress is weird against these decks because they just have a bunch of like creatures that are spells. See, I don't think I even want Duress. Yeah, I played this deck on stream, and it did not go well. So, it's like, you know what? What if I just try to record with it, and maybe things will go better? It might just be flawed. I don't know. Felt like we were running a little bit cold, but sometimes you're blinded by your, want for a deck to be good, and it's just not good because of a bevy of reasons. Like there might just be some inconsistency from, like, I have a low creature count and I have black overlords, and like I do have a bunch of instants and sorceries, but like it doesn't mean I'm always gonna hit them. And then if I'm missing on creatures and I'm missing on enabling my Tolarian Terrors and stuff like that, it's not great. So I don't know. See what we can do here. keep, I think. We can kill an elf on 2, which is nice. So what 4 could they have? I guess, yeah, I guess them 3-ing me is actually probably worse, but they have to have untap land. Their mana was really weird. So hopefully they don't draw untap land. I just drew that. Okay, that sucks. Well, that's a pretty big punish. We might just lose because of that. Let's see. Because now if they can just cast, like, creatures... Super annoying. Like, getting to stifle this would have been nice. It would have been really nice, so... This card seems incredible against these ramp decks. Yeah, if they just play, like, a 4-6 here, it's kind of annoying. It's very random. Okay, it's fine. It's not really concerning. I think we just take card draw spell. I think I'm just gonna let this happen. Like, I have a threat. I want to protect it. I kind of want to do all this other stuff. I could even just not... could not tap out for this, I guess. Probably better that way. I had a second one. That's interesting. So they're just gonna have a big dude. I guess that's probably fine either way. Fine stroke. not Tidebindering this turn, so. So I have to hope this last card isn't any good. Go to 8. I guess I get 2 cards, right? I do just have the one-shot potential right here, though. Okay, that's not too scary. I think we got this one. Nice. The spot removal doesn't do anything. Counterspell, they're dead. Let's have 2 interaction pieces, which I don't think is possible, so. Okay, so I think I stand by Duress is not very good. I do think Annul is good. Maybe, do I just want to do more flash stuff? Consult did look good. Let's do this. Let's try that. I think it's pretty clear that I don't really know how I'm supposed to be boarding. But we're experimenting anyway. I'm not totally worried about optimizing my play. I'd rather just understand the deck and how it should be built better. So, you know, maybe don't board out random cantrips in one sleight of hand, but my sideboard could definitely be more optimized for like ramp and control. That's very easy to do with the blue-black deck. I have a bunch of Duresses that I kind of just figured as a 1-mana interaction piece, but I don't know if it's actually worth the sideboard slots because they've been kind of weird, and we can just have Negate instead, which seems more appealing. I think I just want a bunch of untapped lands. I have to like overpower whatever they're doing, which is very difficult because they have elf and I didn't kill it. But if I'm gonna be able to do that, I need untapped lands. So we probably died. Like, this is just how elf into stuff like this goes, but such is life. They decided they wanted land or elf in standard. This is just gonna happen, especially when you're on the draw. I don't know if it's even correct to have a bunch of removal because like they just have 4 elves, and removal is bad against every card in the deck other than elf. So if you win game 1, you know, it doesn't. You can just use 2-mana removal on elves. So it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, this start is just obscene. I have 2 lands in play, by the way. My opponent's gonna have 6 mana sources before they play their 7th. So it just is what it is. Just land or elf things. They wanted green to be good. You know, it's a good way to do it. I think that like land or elf decks in general are checked pretty well by What was I gonna say? The Torch the Tower decks. Like I don't really think it's a problem, but it's just like games like this can be kind of frustrating where it's like, yeah, I mean, sorry for doing anything other than drawing a removal spell and just getting rolled and smoked. I mean, even if I kill this, right, it doesn't really matter. This doesn't get, yeah, it's just tough. We're in combat, and you didn't attack. So I'm going to take 4. I don't even know what this means. Just Ugin? I have Bitter Triumph, so I guess I'm going to let it slide. This is going to go away. It's going to get to crew. Then we have second crab. A bunch of shocklands is kind of annoying. What are the odds I need to cast removal spell? I could cast opt first if I'm locking in the crab, but it doesn't really matter. Oh shit, did I kill myself? You have double vehicle, so this doesn't really work. I mean, I'm not dead because I have Triumph, but that was a huge mistake. Also, I guess if I kill this... so crab, it's only 8. You just go to 2, which is pretty bad. Yeah, I died. Damn. Close. I think I messed up. I don't know if it matters. My opponent can mess up again, I guess. I think they're figuring it out. It's awfully tempting to make the same mistake, but nope. Alright, never learn. Maybe they have counterspell. That's bad. That's bad because that's an army of 1/1s. So do I not die? Activate, tap, crew, attack. I don't die. Yeah, from their perspective, they should just chill. It's a good top deck. I wonder if it's even good for them to warp it, though. Might have been better just hard cast it, right? I don't know what their last card is, but... don't know how the hell I'm beating this Ghost Vacuum. It seems impossible. Okay. So maybe we find a Tolarian Terror attacks. Okay. We scrap the land. The Tidebinder just force their hand, though. Which means they're only getting tapped. So maybe this is winnable. My hand is very good. Yeah. So what am I doing, though? I'm going to cast Crab in my main phase and then just attack with everyone? So I have 12 damage, unfortunately. I mean, I should tap the one that's summoning sick, I guess, but it doesn't matter. Okay, why are you doing this now? Oh, I guess this isn't target, right? Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Annul. I don't think that matters that much. So it's just 12. Alright, so what are we getting? We're getting just a tap 2 and a 1/1. Doesn't really matter. Nice. Alright, GG's. Got a W with the blue-black deck. That match was pretty sweet, actually. So, I will take it. GG.